guys, so here we are with Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, and we have a new prompt today. I'm going to give it to you straight away. It is heart or hearts. So I just wanted to show you now how my piece is progressing. We're on the kitchen table, so bits have gone off the side here. I'll just lift it up so you can see. Let me, just a minute, put you over. I'm holding it by hand. So there's my bird I stitched on last week. I put that butterfly on last week, and I've added, no, I put that on, sorry, off camera. I've started to add some of my fussy cut flowers on as well. I worked really hard, guys. I stitched down so much stuff that was not stitched. I stitched these hexies down. I stitched these ones down. What else did I do? I did that. They were already stitched. I haven't done those embroideries yet. I added those flowers. I added that butterfly over there. I'll go around there in a second. I stitched all of this. None of this was stitched. I've stitched all of this. This is stitched. That's stitched down. That I stitched all of that down. I added this beautiful linen doily that I found that I have quite a few. I finished off the bird. Hope I'm not making you feel sick. I added a butterfly there. I added those flowers. So lots of work. Up here at the top, I've added that bird, some doodle stitching. Some things will happen over there eventually. Those flowers. So let me just carefully, I'll come around slowly, just to give you an idea. Down here is very full. Up there is emptier, so we need to do some work up there. I stitched this down. It wasn't stitched yet. This, I need to make another one of those. I keep forgetting. I added that. I finished that and put that on. And I think that is it. Now, let me hop over here. I've got a million ideas flying around my head for the hearts. So what I've done is, I'm going to do some embroidered straight on too, but I've cut out 3 different shaped hearts, different sizes. And I sort of have an idea of where I want to have a little one over here where the monogram is, but I need to cut that one a little bit smaller. I thought I'd have that one up there, and the big one's going to go over there somewhere. So what we're going to do now is go into my craft room and see how are these hearts going to be done. This is a little bit hard, guys. I just grabbed some pins. I thought pins might be useful. I have this piece that was part of something else, and I cut it up, and it's very pretty, and it's just a little collage there, and it's just been overcast onto a piece of, I think that's hemp, a very fine hemp. And I thought I need to cut this one. All I did was get a square with my paper and then fold it over and cut my heart shape. But I need to make this one a little bit smaller because it needs to fit in that spot between the embroidery and the monogram, and I think that'll be better. And then I have this one. I think I'm going to trim this one down too. It's a little bit fat. Not fat shaming, just my heart. It's a little bit, you know, funny shape. I like them a bit, yes, a bit more like that. Maybe even further off the side here. So I'm pre-recording the video because I'm going to be actually on Sunday, I'm in Milan doing a class at Roberta De Marchi, learning to make silk flowers. So a bit like the millinery flowers. So, are they millinery flowers or millinery? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to draw, actually, yeah, I'll draw it with the friction pen. I'm on the reverse side. I'm going to draw my heart there, and then I'll cut it out. And it's just going to be raw edge. So yeah, I'm not afraid to cut up something in a different way to what it was intended. This one I'm going to put sideways. Actually, it will now fit, but I wanted to grab this. So I thought, well, let's cut this off first. Like so, just so I can see what's left. I'm going to cut it out because I want to see. Don't you love that sound? So repurposing something that's been in my to finish off box for quite some time. So heart or hearts is the prompt. And I know some people, I can't think who, have already put some hearts on there. I don't think I'll keep any of that. Have already put some hearts on there. So you may want to think of a different way to do your hearts. So that can actually go that way. I wanted to capture that. So I think, well, maybe I'll put it that way. So flip it over. I can see where my stitching is too, so I can place it. And I'll draw around that. Now I only went around the edging of those fabrics, so they will lift up, but that's okay because I'll be stitching them down onto my piece. But I thought I'd work on them off my piece. But I have so many different thoughts. I'll keep that. Different thoughts about, I want to do some hearts directly onto my piece as well. So we'll address that as well. You could go heart mad. So I'm going to have 3 major ones, and then I'll have some other smaller, I think. Yeah. And you've already, see, I've already got a base there. Now, let's see what the base is going to be. I was thinking I might work on this. So let's flip this over. It's a piece of my script. I have it in the packs with the smaller pieces of script. You get a bigger piece of this in the back. Occasionally have it on offer by the meter, but I'm a bit low on stock at the moment. I've ordered more, so I need to keep it for the packs. What I'm going to do here is cut this out. As I said, I'm not needle turning, so I don't need to have a, you know, seam allowance. I'm just going to trim that off. I don't like things to be a weird shape. That's better, and I probably don't need to keep that. And then I wanted to show you another cool thing. Hopefully I remember all these things. That's a good piece. I'll keep that. Put that over there. Probably don't need to keep those. Right, so that's, see, isn't that lovely? So that's that. I'll keep those templates. I'll have to find a spot to put them. I actually don't have a spot for templates. Now, I brought all manner of things in. So one of my inspirations was, I should have brought in my iPad to show you what, one of my inspirations was Hen's Teeth. She does beautiful hearts, and she cuts out the embroideries and puts them on. I have this piece. I was thinking, let's just fussy cut this out. I'm not cutting the stitching, I hope. My intention is just to cut around this. Yeah, so she uses beautiful the cross stitch, but I didn't want to use cross stitch because I put quite a bit of those bright sort of rose pinky cross stitches on my piece already, so I wanted to go with something maybe a little bit different. So this is just the base of one. I think it's like a tapestry or petty point. Well, probably not a petty point because they're quite big, but a tapestry, and it's the guideline for the colors that hasn't been completed. I need to cut that out. I don't know whether I like this or not, but I need to build up my layers. But it is a thought to go there. I think that's a bit heavy for my piece is very light and airy as colors, so I do think that that's going to be too much. So I'll reject that. I had this, maybe not. I thought maybe that I've got things for little ones as well. Let me just see on this big one. I have quite a lot of this sort of thing. I have put this in my packs before. That is just beautiful. Like, just cut the heart out of that. Could have been an option. I might have put some of that on my piece already. I could cut this out. Let's see. Where would I cut it? I think I'd cut that bit off. I just hoe into it. Like, if it's going to sit in a drawer, what's the point? use it, is my thought. And see, I can use those bits. They go into the scraps. Let's just cut around here and see. There will be a bit of experimentation, sort of cutting a few things out, because it's hard to tell when you've got excessive amounts of fabric on it. Gosh, I can't believe we're coming to the end of this project. And as Sarah said, yeah, we've got more ideas, guys. You're not rid of us yet. So we already know what we want to do for next year. It's going to be more bite size, as Sass said in her video, for those, more manageable for those who are not overly confident and new. I might decide to completely change my heart, you know. You start off with one thought, and then maybe as you move along it doesn't work, and so then you have to move on to a plan B. And I don't have a plan B, but something will come to me. So that's like that. So you could have, I do like that. So I'm going to have that down there, but I do need to build up my layers. That's just part one, and we'll do that in a minute. I wanted to also, I'm going to cut this, is that the reverse side? That's the reverse side out, because I thought it could be nice. And it just, I can use that. That can become a pocket somewhere in a journal, or a textile journal, or a paper journal. It's a bit of a fray sort of fabric, this one. I painted that fabric, but I painted it when we were in the rental, when we were renovating our place. So I won't stitch these ones on camera because I have a few other thoughts, and we'll need to go into, I'll need to go and get my piece and bring it in here, and we'll do the look at those as well. Okay. I mean, I could do, I mean, that's nice on there too. But I was thinking it might go well on here. It's too big. It's too big for that one. Could go well on that one. Kind of don't like things centered. I could put it sideways. Well, I quite like that. Okay. Good. So I probably don't need that one. I don't know why I brought that in. I didn't need that. This one, I don't need that. Oh, this I thought could be. No. Let's see what else. I brought lots of stuff in here, so that's all too big for the, I've sort of decided on that one. I had a tapestry that I thought I could cut, but I don't think I will because it's a little bit heavy, I'm finding, for my piece. No. Oh, I had these little ones. This has been flying. Let me just double check before I cut into it. I've got that one. That one's too big. Oh, I thought these yellow, because I've got a lot of pink. There's yellow there, so that's an option. But I also thought, like if I were to, I've had this piece for years. I didn't cut it up. That's how it came. I think I might have bought it from Pepper Green. Or I bought it from someone in the UK. But I was thinking maybe these. Try not to cut the embroidery, but those are sort of overlapping. It's a lovely piece of linen. Might be too big too. It is cute, isn't it? I could get rid of that flower and have it there. Like that. I quite like that. It could go on here. It actually could go on there. I also have these strawberries. I had gathered them up for someone. And then didn't end up sending them. So now I've got all these strawberries. I think that one's going to be too big for my little heart too. Oh gosh, totally covers it up. I wonder what it looks like on there. Oh, I quite like it. No, I like my purple. I'm going to stick with the purple. Okay, that's going to go on there. No, so they can be kept. I quite like that. So let me just see now this one. Gosh, all that stuff I brought in. I could cut out a different flower, but let me just see what I think about this. For the first part, I'm just going to trim along here like this and keep a bit of that edging. See if I want to keep that. Probably not, because my heart is not very big. So I have to get rid of that. But I've got another one, so if I want to keep it for another one, I could keep the bottom. It might look weird. Yes, it looks weird. I'll take that off. It'd also be quite unpleasant to stitch. So I'll keep that. I had this little piece here, which was off that bit there. I wonder if that could go back on it. Probably not. If I could take it off, take it off the backing, which makes it thick and chunky. No. Okay, get rid of that. Right, so we're making a start here. Now, what I need to do is see if there's anything. I've got a few scraps here. Well, first of all, I've got this scrap. I always feel the need to square them off. Now, do I want a piece of that there? I could. Do I want that little piece there? In that plain sort of area there? Or up there, or over here? With the other. Okay, that's enough of that. Put that over there. Oh, ticking. I probably would need a bigger piece of ticking unless I put it there, which I quite like. Okay, let's put it there. Don't want to do all blue. I'll have to sort that mess out afterwards. Got a lot of blue here. Oh, a label. I might, this is just scraps on my table. Oh, here's a lovely lace. I wouldn't mind some of that, something like that. It's very thin, something like that here. Yeah, a bit of texture there. Okay, I think that one's coming together. Let's pin it. And these are just going to be appliqued on to my piece. I just thought it would be easier to work on them off. I haven't decided yet. I think I'll have that go under that a little bit. I haven't decided if I'm going to put them on with a colour or not. So we'll put a pin there just to hold that. It's a bit like the hexies, preparing some off my piece that I can just attach. Because as I get into the center there, it's quite hard to work on it. Okay, and I'll probably put a laundry label on there. And again, this one I might like a little bit of lace, but maybe I should extend myself and try and find a different one. Oh, I did like this too. Get rid of those, they're interfering. I don't want to cover all of the writing now that I chose a piece. Oh, I love that. I don't think there's anywhere for that. Oh, I like that further up there. Everything's blue. Actually, I can cut a bit more out of this. I need to always remind myself to do that. Sometimes I just do my first cut, which is usually not, you know, the more precise cut, and I forget that I can cut some more off it. Where did that go? We could have a piece of this across the bottom there, I think would be nice. Yeah. Maybe I'll take that off, have that there. Okay, for the moment I'm taking that off, unless I put it there. I don't know. And here we need, what have I got flying around here? No. I just have a whole lot of scrap. Oh, I was looking for that the other day. Whole lot of scraps. No, I don't want to add red there. Ticking, floral. Nope. Okay, I'll leave those there and see what else we have. Let's go into the drawer. Oh, that's so cute. I'm going to put that there. I think what this one needs is, does it need another fabric in the background to break up? This is my question to myself. Does it need fabric in the background to break up the large expanse of embroidery, or do I want to stitch? I put a bit of lace. Lace could be it, like a thin lace. I've got lots of thin laces flying around at the moment. I also have this one. So I could put a bit there and have that. I think I need a bigger piece of lace, a thinner piece of lace and a bigger one, not a narrow one. I don't know if I've got it here. I may need to get up. Oh wait, I've got this. You see, I could have something like this. Don't know which is the right side. I think the other way. For example, have that there, like so, and then put these back on. No, I need more. It needs to be a different lace. That's just a netting. So let's see. I'm just trying to see what I have here. I have this one. I think this might be like a linen thread. See that one? Because I want to see I can see my background, which is what I like about it. So I'm going to have it come down there. But I'm wondering if I want it to be more white. I might want it to be more white. More white. It's not the type that I'm thinking. You're probably thinking, you don't know what you're thinking. I do. I just got to find it. I have a lot of stuff. Oh, that's cute. I cut that out of one of my... That's so cute. Could it find a home somewhere? Possibly. It could. Oh, gosh. You know what else you could put on your thing is a yo-yo. Oh, the possibility. Oh, and of course the laundry labels. I've got a pack here. Now, can you... Oh, wait. Let's see what I've got. A bag of laces here that I haven't put away since I got them, and I don't know what's happening with them. I'm kind of just hanging on to them. I love that. Might be too chunky. This color. I was thinking more that sort of color, but I might be just thinking of something completely different to what I have available to me here. No. They all need to be sorted. What's this? Oh, that's just a piece of fabric. Okay. Let's have a look at these. See if they do the job. I mean, that is so beautiful. I would feel bad even just covering that up. I don't think I can cover that up. And this is also very beautiful. And I don't think I can cover that one up. So there's your answer to those. Just a minute. I don't have to go far, guys. Oh, I know. It's here. This is what I'm thinking. This one. I've already used it on my main piece. I'm thinking this. Some of this. Something like this. Let me just cut some out. Awful thing I am. This is not... hand done. I don't think this lace is hand done. I'm not a lace expert, so I'm not quite sure. The linen part is hand done. It's cut work and embroidery, but it's vintage. It's not super old. This is not meant to take me all day to do this. Let's take this off. I wanted to put possibly, wondering if this swervy part. No, I want the thinner part. I was thinking something like that. Maybe not that one, I don't know. Let me just cut a rectangle off. I can always use it. So I could put that there. Itchy. Then have this going over here as, oh, and have that down there. That's going to stitch on there, and it would trim off. We'll get the heart shape back there. This might not be it either. I might be struggling with this one. Sometimes you struggle. Sometimes I have to walk away and come back to it. It is really covering up my thing. Oh, I actually don't mind it. It's because we've got all the extra overhanging bits that you can't tell. I think I'm going to lock that in, and I can always unpick it if I don't like it. I do like that little bit added on there. So this is sort of like a collage heart. Well, they're all collage hearts, but this one in particular. So I'm going to pin it, make an executive decision to go with it. I may trim off now the excess of those bits, so that way I can see better what's happening. So that means put a pin down the side here too, and at the top where I need to cut. Lots of pins in this one. I don't think I'm doing too much in fancy embroidery. It's just going to be a matter of applying them and then putting them in their spot. So I'm not going to do that on camera, as I mentioned earlier. We're going to get the other piece and do a different type of heart. But I wanted you to see the planning of these. And I thought 3 is a nice number. And they're going to be more in the mid to upper part of my piece because down the bottom third is quite full and is just ready for some sort of stitching, you know, like decorative stitching. So what I want to do is just cut my shape because it's hard to gauge if you don't have your shape going. Okay, yeah, see, when you trim it down, it's different. I'm going to be happy with that. I think it will have a laundry label. I may go and grab one of my numbers or something for, oh yes, right there. That's where the laundry label's going. I've even made that decision. I could put it up there. No, I don't want to cover up the script. That's why I chose the fabric. But there wasn't a lot happening over here, so that's why I sort of had that swooping up there. And this all happening over here. Now, it's quite thick. Excuse me, I'll have to bring it towards me to put that on. Okay, so that's that heart. This heart. Let's trim this one as well so we can gauge it better. That's crooked. Bring it down a bit. Okay. Just snip off the bits, the extra bits. Okay. It's probably a bit weird. I feel like it needs something else. I'll trim one of these, but I would go and get a different one just so it's different. I don't want to have all the same laundry label all over it. See, I could put it there. Nope. Up there. See, I would put it more there or down here. Or up, I like it on the lace. You see, I like that. That's where that would go. I'm going to pin it, but I'm going to change. Hopefully I'll change it. Do I have any others here? I have my box, but I don't want to locate that now. Oh, I've got this flower cut out. Here's another flower cut out from a fabric. No, I don't have other laundry labels here, so I have to go. They're in the other room. Okay. They are in the other room, but maybe I think I'm going to put that there, about there, because we do need a little bit more. That's going to go there. Wait, that was lucky. And I have a laundry label up there, but I feel like I could even have something else. I could have that going over that. Or just bring it down here. I like that, and fill in that little gap there. That was plain and it's under the other. And here I might do a little bit of decorative stitching to fill that in. Oh, cutting the pin. Yeah. And we'll have a laundry label there, but a different one. I'll just put that one on there for now to remember. Or do I prefer to put it there? No, I liked it up there. So that's going to have some sort of stitching there. I don't want to add any more, I don't think. I wonder if, no. Oh, I could trim this down a little bit. Let's trim. We don't need that bit there. There's no writing there. And that's already better, you see. Okay, that's that one. And then this one here just needs a little bit of some sort of lace, not a big piece. Let's just have a look. That's going there. And then just to have the wrong way, that way, no, the other way. But I could have that going across there. I think it's too thick. this one or the other one. That one. So just cut a little piece off. That there. Pin. I need another pin in that. I'll shoot it up the side there so I don't cut into it. It is good to just, like, when you've got your little scraps, you maybe put a few together and see, you know, have these little things that you can play with. Do I want to have that up there? No, I think that's too much. Mum will be saying, take it off. Okay, so that's my little heart. And where it's plain, you can have little bits of stitchery there. So I'm going to tidy up my mess here, and then I'm going to be back in a second for you guys, and we're going to have a look at my piece. Okay, back. I haven't brought in my piece yet. I'm going to do, I've got this piece of linen. I'm going to cut a little square. I don't think I'll keep that edge. Oh, that's pretty much a square. Okay, good. And what I'm going to do, this is another cool way, and I learnt this from Jude Hill. I'm going to cut out a heart around this without, I want to keep it whole, so I've got to be careful. And there's a little heart. That's going to be appliqued onto my piece in little areas, and then I'm going to put that heart on. And then here we'll do something else. We'll draw a little heart, I think. Let me see if I've got a piece of paper. I should do. Here. I'm just going to cut my square, not with scissors, and cut a little heart shape out of that. I'll do it that way. Let's see. It might be, I need to get that little point going there. Put it on that way. So I'm going to draw that on there. Let's put some book pages underneath, just so it's not sliding about. It sort of grips a little bit better. So these are going to be little things that are fillers in my piece. And this one, I might just simply do a chain stitch around it or something like that. Keep it simple. So that's that one. What else do I have? Okay, I'm going to go and get my piece now, and then I'll be back. I've chosen an area, and I'm thinking here I want to put this piece. Where do I want to put it? Maybe there. Okay, so we're going to stitch that on. Let me just pin it in place if I can. We'll stitch that on, and what have I pinned? So I'll just do a plain stitch around the outside. This might be a bit of a long video. Juju said, don't do such a long video. And I'm like, oh, well, there's lots of things I want to share. You know, and I may repeat these things further up because all down here is filling nicely. And I may need to repeat it further up. So let's see here. Having it in a frame, I think, is a bit easier. Hopefully I didn't unthread, no. Okay, so stitch around it. Just with a matching thread. So, I mean, there are so many different ways that you can do your hearts. Mum does beautiful felt hearts. She's doing a wall hanging, so she can play around with all different sort of materials. I'm also mindful this is not going to be used all the time, but you know, it may need to be washed. I'm not doing a very good job of pinning that. But you can embroider into your hearts. You can do them so many ways, but I'm not going to do all of the ways, because I mean, we could just do a quilt of hearts, couldn't we? Oops. I'm just doing an overcast stitch. I'm coming in quite far into the fabric too, because it's a bit of a fray sort of fabric. I didn't go in far enough there. I may take my little hearts. Oh my God, look what I've done. I've stitched it. I may take my little hearts to Milan and get them stitched up there. Come on, out you come. Okay, it's long enough. Can I thread it? Oh my goodness. The video is long enough without me not being able to thread my needle. There we go, got it. And as I always tell you, while I'm stitching, other thoughts come to my mind as to what I might do next. I might go heart mad. Okay, I'm not going to bother with that for the minute. I wanted you to see what I was going to do inside. I think I'll use, which thread? That one? Red, mustard, or that blue, or Decisions. I think I want that blue. That was my first thought, and then I thought, oh, I better see the other ones. think I'll just use my needle threader. I'll probably struggle with the perlé cotton. I've left that there unthreaded. I'll fix that up afterwards. I just wanted to show you what I'm going to do inside. I'll start down here. Little stitches. I could do a 2-hour long video doing all of the things that I want to do with these hearts. I won't, but I could. So it's just going to be very subtly a sort of heart frame that's just in a very fraying linen. And all you can see is the outline of the heart on the inside. Love that. You can see, yes, it's just an over the edge stitch, so I'm not zooming in. We don't want me to go off screen, for heaven's sake. I probably will repeat this in a few spots. It's a good filler inner, I think. Now I can go a bit faster. Okay, so I'll just end that off. The other one I'll finish off going down that side off camera. I'm leaving my threads a bit longer because then when I quilt it, it may catch them. This I just shove in there, put that in that little pouch. They're sort of like my favorite go-to sort of colors. And then maybe near this, I'm thinking, oh look, there's a heart right there. Oh, that's a heart. So I might outline that. I won't outline it now, but I think I'll outline it with a running stitch, you know, maybe in the lighter blue. And then I thought, could I have another one, or maybe over there? I wanted it to slightly touch it. Maybe there. So you got them going down like that. Put my pen away. Can I see it? I can't see it very well there. I think I will chain stitch around that one in mustard. I'm going to outline that. I just saw that now. You probably were screaming at me, Rachel, there's a heart right there. Now, where's my needle that I was using? Oh, there's my favorite one. I love that needle. I didn't know where it had gone. It's shoved down the side there. I'll use this one. Can I get to the point there? Yes, I can. I can start right there, just on the edge. I might have to do the stab method until I get away from the frame. But basically chain stitch is you hold your thread with your thumb on your other hand. You create the loop going around your needle, so when you pull it, it catches, and then you do your next stitch. You go down inside the loop and then come back up again. So I'll probably do a variety of these sorts of things around my piece. Don't pull it too tight. It's probably a little bit slower doing it with it in the frame, because normally you slide forward, but I can't. And I probably won't be able to over the chunky crochet lacy bit either. So it's a bit of a slow process. No, can't do it. So down near where you came up in the loop, so this one I'm going to attach somewhere else, not here, and I'll attach it, and then I'm going to do all sort of French knots in it, I think. And then I'll stitch this one maybe in a similar way with a chain stitch around the outside and do something inside, I'm not sure what yet, and then put those somewhere else. And I might do some others. I might find some old bits of hemp to do some others. And some are, as I'm doing here, I'm directly stitching onto my piece. Just gives you all different looks. It's a good filler for gaps. Got a bit of a knot there. It's rotten bad luck. Oh no, I don't. I thought I did. Make sure it doesn't twist too. You want that. You don't want this twisted. It's because my thread's getting a little bit short now, so I have to be very careful. Just make sure it's going in the right way and not twisting. Maybe pull it a bit tighter. Try and hold on to it. One more stitch. Now I might anchor that down because that's the point, and then you come up the other way. So I'm changing direction now. I'll probably only get one more stitch done. Let's see, that's twisted, twisted, twisted. You won't get a nice daisy stitch if it twists. Untwist. There we go. Okay, so I'll end that off. I probably could get one more. I'll do one more. No, I'll end it off. So just go down. When I want to start, I just come up in the loop and do the same thing. So I'll just end that off. I just wanted to tell you what I'm going to do next, and then I'll let you go. So I'm going to draw inside, just eyeball a smaller heart. I want it to come up a bit higher up there. I can adjust it with my stitching. That's going to be satin stitch, and I think I'll use, that be too bright? Yeah, I'll use that one. I think I like that color. So lots of ideas here. Oh, let's just use the threader so we don't have to mess with it. I still have to do that. Leave that up there. I'll just show you a little bit. So I'm going to start in the center. Oh, that piece of lace just wants to be part of the party. Just chucked it over there. And then just slowly work my way up one side, and then I'll end off, and then I would come back and work my way up the other side. So satin stitch is stitches sitting next to each other. If I wanted to save thread, although this is neater, I could come up next to where I went down, and you save a whole lot of thread. Oh my God, what has happened here? Oh my goodness, what have I done? Oh, I'm tangled in that. I've just got to get myself untangled from that. There we go. I'm just going to trim that. I was going to leave it longer, but it's just, I'm getting tangled in it the whole time. Okay. And you could do pink French knots around there to tie it in if you wanted to. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Oh, lucky, I threaded it. Okay, I don't know where I'm at. I'll just start here. falling off. It's so heavy. There we go, that's better. I just wanted to get up the one side so we could get a feel for what it's going to look like. So I have gone heart mad. Are you going to go heart mad or not? Maybe you don't like hearts. I mean, when I don't remember the prompts, of course, but when I looked at it today and what's the prompt, I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? And then I just started looking at Pinterest, and then I saw hen's teeth, and then I just cut my templates out, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll do this or maybe I'll do that. And then now I want to do all these different things. And Pam did this sort of thing, like all these little hearts, but hers, especially on her sort of more wall hanging things that she's done. I'm having trouble now because I'm on the lace. It's kind of hard to get your needle to go where it needs to. I think I'm nearly there with my shape. Okay, nearly there. That's a bit funny, isn't it? It is hard onto this chunky crochet type, that's better, type lace. I'm just going to put another one in there. Okay, so that's half the heart done. And then I've got to do the other half. So there you go. That's my video for today. A lot has been done, or lots of ideas. And yeah, I'm going to get cracking. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday, and I will see you again soon. Bye.